Friday. Food. Doom. Finally another MF Doom album. It's been a long time coming. I've been waiting for this one for a while. Which reminds me, there are plenty of people who have made album suggestions like over and over. When are you going to get to so-and-so? When are you going to get to so-and-so? And I feel that because I have been waiting for this album for like 2 months, 3 months. I've been wanting to do this one. It just hasn't quite worked out yet. So it is a fine balance between what I feel is way overdue, especially in terms of hearing new artists that are new to me, what people have been clamoring for a long time. You gotta listen to this. You gotta listen to this. What makes sense. Like I did Swimming and then I did Circles not too long after because I felt like, yeah, those two pair together really well. I didn't want to have a large gap between the two. So if there are those of you out there who feel like, man, he's never going to get to why doesn't he just listen to this album? Like, that's how I am even with myself. Like, when am I going to get to hear the thing I want to hear? Like, there's another one I really want to do on a Friday. I'm going to do Honor Killed the Samurai by Ka and Donuts by J Dilla. It'll be separate videos, but on the same day. So it'll be one album with really, really intense lyrics and one album with 0 lyrics. That's going to be fucking awesome. I'm really looking forward to that, but I haven't gotten it scheduled yet. Anyway, there's that. In terms of this album, I'm excited. My wife's really excited because she's a foodie, and so she really enjoys Madvillainy. She's really enjoying or looking forward to hearing what this album's going to be. She's been telling me over and over again, oh, we got to make all the foods, and you can eat the foods while you're doing the video. No, stop. You're crazy. Maybe after we can make some foods. Like if I get a couple favorite tracks or something, right? Then you can make a couple of the foods. I don't know. We'll see. I got all the lyrics up. I noticed a lot of these songs are produced by Metal Fingers, which is Doom when he's producing. So I'm aware of that, which is nice because on Doris with Earl Sweatshirt, I did not realize Random Black Dude was Earl. Sorry. Let's go. I'm very excited. I was going to talk about the cover, but I don't really think there's a whole lot to talk about. He's eating a bowl of the finest, which is cool. He's got the milk carton and the cereal box or whatever, and there's some graphics on there. I don't really think there's a whole lot to talk about there. It is a cool cover. I do like it quite a bit. But we'll drop in. Track 1 is called Beef Rap, which I'm already kind of interested in just because, I'm aware of beefs that exist within hip hop, or someone says this or that, and I did listen to Madvillainy again this morning as a palate cleanser. Some people have said, you should do that. You should listen to something that's similar before you drop into a new album. And I was like, well, hell, Madvillainy it is, right? And it was kind of funny. I was listening to it and I picked up on a couple new lines that I hadn't noticed before, and I was like, oh shit. It's gonna be a challenge too. Like I have to. So commonly when I do these, I drop into this like a serious mindset, right? I gotta no, we're having fun, we're fucking around, it's about food, it's MF Doom, it's gonna be all about style. So, all right, enough talking. Track 1 is called Beef Rap, produced by Metal Fingers. Here we go. First time listening to Food by MF Doom. Track 1, Beef Rap.
I haven't eaten all day. How am I gonna do this?
Yeah,
man?
don't wait for her, man. Don't wait for her. I'll tell you what, man. Come with me now, and I'll get you some lunch. I'll hook you up with something. I got a little bag, no problem.
I hear you. That's cool.
All right, it's cool.
Hey, can't you guys just wait here about a half hour, man? Yo, I'll be back, man. I'm just gonna munch up a little bit, man. I'm pretty hungry.
Let him come back.
Here you will find food for your body, as well as comfort for your troubled mind. I'd really like some soup.
Bread and butter.
Of course, my friend. What happened to your hand? Nothing.
Oh, food at last.
How's it taken? Regular storage procedure. The same as the other food.
They disappoint me. They must work faster.
But the prisoner.
Ah, yes. The young traitor who is trying to turn my people against me. Watch.
I'm just watching it right here. It's cool to hear this opener because with Madvillainy, and I think Madvillainy came out after this. I forgot to look. I didn't look at the year that came out. Anyway, Madlib did all the beats, and I assume the samples and stuff. I don't know how much Doom was a part of that. But it's cool to hear this style of sound, and so this only being the second album I've ever heard from the guy, I am curious how much the sound is going to differ from what I heard on Mad Villainy, since Mad Villainy was all Madlib for the production. I'm pretty sure it was all Madlib. Anyway, let's roll into the
beef rap could lead to getting teeth capped or even a reef from armed dudes on some grief crap. I suggest a change of diet. It can lead to high blood pressure if you fry it, or even a stroke, heart attack, heart disease. It ain't no starting back once arteries start to squeeze. Take the easy way out, phony. Until then, they know they wouldn't be talking that baloney in the bullpen. A rhyming cannibal who's dressed to kill and cynical, whether is it animal, vegetable, or mineral. It's a miracle how he gets so lyrical and proceed to move the crowd like an old Negro spiritual. For a meal, do a commercial for Mellow Yellow. Tell them devils hell no, sell y'all own jello. We hollered krills, she swallowed pills. He followed flea, collared $3 bills and squilt for Halalville. If y'all a pill, dig the real. It's how the big ballers deal. Twirl a L after every meal.
All right, this is cool. One thing I am noticing though is it feels the beat sounds, the audio sounds flat, which is, I wasn't gonna say it was fine, but I am noticing that, and I think more so that's a compliment to the production that exists in other albums and how much sound range exists rather than a knock on this track. And so I don't want to judge this track or this sound because I kind of feel like MF Doom has kind of a thematic sound as well. Some of that older style quality, lo-fi, maybe flatter, whatever. So I'm curious to see how the rest of the album sounds. But I am noticing a bit of a flatness in the production. And again, I think that just stems more from how much sound range exists in these other albums I've heard, which is cool. That's a good thing. Okay, let's get into some of these verses here. Beef rap could lead to getting teeth capped. So beef rap, rappers going back and forth, beefing with each other on their tracks or whatever, or even a reef for Mom Dukes on some grief cap. What's a wreath? A wreath, specifically in this, is going to be, give me the loot. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. On one hand, I want to say I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours, trying to figure out the lyrics. But on the other hand, I do, and that's kind of the point. Like, that's why we're all here, I suppose. So I should just let it go. Don't be self-conscious about it. Just do whatever feels appropriate. That's what we'll do. I suggest you change your diet. I like that. It can lead to high blood pressure if you fry it, or a stroke, heart attack, heart disease. It ain't no starting back once the arteries start to squeeze. I like that. I like that a lot, too. Take the easy way out, phony, until then I wouldn't be talking that baloney in the bullpen. So disgusting. They talk a wealth of shit, and they ain't never seen injustice. That's a good line, too. This is the part that threw me off. Bust this. Like a cold milk from out the toilet, 2 batteries, some Brillo, and some foil. Heat'll boil it. Okay, prisoners can use the cold water and cell toilets to keep beverages chilled. The rest of the line refers to some inventive things prisoners do while in jail. An inmate's attempt to cook sausage in his toilet filled his unit with smoke and caused an evacuation at a Washington prison. 130 inmates were evacuated when smoke was spotted coming from a sewer vent pipe. The smoke was traced back to the cell, and he admitted trying to heat up sausages in the stainless steel toilet. Touch some batteries to a Brillo pad, you get a fire. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Oh shit, the thing, what happened here? It moved me down. He'd be better off on PC glued. And it's a feud, so don't be in no TV mood. Every week's mystery meat, seaweed stewed. He wears a mask just to cover the raw flesh. This has got to be about him, right? He's talking about him. A rather ugly brother with flows that's gorgeous. Drop dead joints. Hit the whips like bird shit. So he's just like shitting all over their songs. They need like a hole in their head or a third tit. Her bra smells. Cards say, ah, hell. Keep a cooker where the jar fell, and keep a cheap hooker that's off the hook like Ma Bell. Okay, and that's a good line. I understand that one. Top bleeding. Maybe Vala took the loaded rod gears. Stop feeding babies color sugar-coated lard squares. Even when it's rotten, we've gotten through the hard years. I like that too. I wrote this note around New Year's off a couple shots and a few beers, but who cares? Enough about me. It's about the beats, not about the streets and who food he's about to eat. A rhyming cannibal who's dressed to kill and cynical. Whether it's an animal, vegetable, or mineral. Dude, this shit's great. It already is fantastic. It's a miracle how he gets so lyrical and proceed to move through the crowd like an old Negro spiritual. For a meal, this was great. I love this part. For a meal, do a commercial for Mellow Yellow. Tell them devils, hell no, sell your own Jello. All right, let's keep rolling. This is great.
What up? To all rappers, shut up with your shutting up and keep a shirt on, at least a button up. Yup, as the rhymers are stripping males, out of work jerks since they shut down Chippendales. They chipping nails, doom, chipping scales, let alone the pre-orders that's counted off shipping sales. This one goes out to all my people, skipping bail, dipping jail, whipping tail, and sipping ale. Punk try and ask why ours be better. Could be the Iron Mask or the Cosby sweater. Yes, you, who's screwed by the dude on the CD, nude. We need food.
I really like the could be the Iron Mask or the Cosby sweater. I love it. Light the doobie till it glow like a ruby. Brilliant. Brilliant. After which they couldn't find the villain like Scooby. I like that quite a bit because I feel like he's saying, you know, all they do is, well, let's see what the annotation says. Yeah, Scooby-Doo hunts villains. Yeah, I get that. I was going to take it as, oh shit. Why does it do this? When I click off of the annotation, it like scrolls down. Anyway, this one goes out to all my people, skip and bail, dip in jail, whip and tail, and sip and ale, light the doobie till it glow like a ruby, after which they couldn't find the villain like Scooby. And Doom refers to himself as a villain often, and so I was gonna say, you know, he's kind of knocking the other rappers here. These lines up here, is they rhymers are stripping males out of work jerks as they shut down Chip and jail. Oh, that's fucking great. Let's actually finish the thought about the Ruby line though. After which they couldn't find the villain like Scooby. He's in the lab on some old Buddha monk shit. So I feel like he's saying how all the other rappers are just smoking and getting high, and you know, and then because of that, you know, Doom's down in the lab doing his thing, and they can't like match what he's producing. But I don't know. Great track. I'm definitely in with Beef Rap track 1. Let's move on to track 2, Hoe Cakes. I love this picture here too. Hoe Cakes. I can't quite read that with Potholderz. Potholderz is the next track. Yeah, okay. All right, let's check out Hoe Cakes. Track 2. It's almost like a beatbox. Is he doing beatboxing?
Keep your hoes in check. I got this girl and she wants me to duke her. I told her I'll come scoop her around 8, she said. That sounds great. Shorty girl's a trooper. No matter what I needed to do, she'd be like, on his own throne, the boss like King Cooper. On the microphone, he flossed the ring. Average MCs is like a TV blooper. MF Doom, he's like DB Cooper. No matter the city, she with me to do the thang thang. Working the coochie hoopty chitty chitty bang bang. Same name on the titty as on the name ring. Pretty like Baby D off all in the same gang. Keep my eye on her, really don't trust her, but I treat her like a daughter. Taught her how to bust a nut and the heat to turn beef to horse meat chalupa. Teach her how to hold it, of course he is the. See, most cats treat her like fupa or beat her to a stupor. Take it from the. He keep his hoes in check. Sends them out to get glows from all frozen necks. Tell him take his clothes, leave him posing naked for real. Better yet, get him for the check off the record deal. Find out where he keep the tech and the blue steel. Make sure for extra rec, let him know how you feel. And while he's running down to All-Star Weekend to ball, I'm coming with the U-Ball.
I'm gonna pause it there. I was waiting for a break in the verse, but he just went and went and went and went, which is cool. It's very cool. Let's see. I got this girl, and she wants me to duke her. But let me. What does duke her mean? What's up, trooper? I have a girl, and she wants me to duke her. That's all the end. Okay. Jane by New York Rap Collective EPMD, on which a group member raps. What's up, trooper? So that's a reference to a different song. Okay. I told her I'd come scoop around. I love how he's using the sample as a lyrical line. I love that. That doesn't happen enough, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe it seems gimmicky. Maybe it seems cheesy. I don't know. I think it's cool to let a sample be the lyrics. That sounds great. Shorty's a trooper. No matter what I need her to do, she's be like super. Own his own throne. The boss like King Koopa. On the microphone, he flossed the ring. Average MCs is like a TV blooper. MF Doom, he's like DB Cooper. I don't know who DB Cooper is. The name used to identify a man who hijacked a Boeing 727 in 1971. He jumped out of the plane and parachuted to an uncertain fate. He was never found by the FBI. Wow. Wow. I did not know that. MF Doom, always, bringing education to the masses. Out with the moolah, I let her get an outfit just to cool her off. She said, these people ain't shit. I wonder if she meant it. I doubt it. The way it be in her mouth, she can't live without it. So I feel like, she's out. S'ing a lot of D, right? And can't live with this. Handle your business. Villain will stay on a scandalous hoe's shit list. 1 pack of cookie, please. Mr. Hooper. Who's Mr. Hooper? Oh, Sesame Street. I never really watched Sesame Street. Mr. Hooper was a recurring character in the early seasons of the show who owns a local convenience store. Okay. And there's, of course, Cookie Monster with Mr. Hooper. So that can make a obvious reference to that. It's fun smacking rookies. He is the super. Looked like a black Wookiee when he let his beard grow. Weirdo, brown-skinned, always kept his hair low. That's got to be a reference to him, right? Is he talking about himself? I don't know. Rumor has it, it's an S-curl accident. Doom was always known to keep the best girls back bent. That's got to be doggy style, right? Some say it's the eyes, some say the accent. A lot of guys wonder where the stacks went, or where their stacks went. I call her thunder thighs with the fatty swallow. Only mess with high rollers. Do what daddy told her. Work. This was a great line. Work in the coochie hoopty chitty chitty bang bang. Oh my god, man! And the way he rolls it out. I mean, I like how I struggle to read it, and he just rolls it out. No problem. No problem. This was interesting, but I treat her like a daughter. Taught her how to bust a nut. He uses it, yeah, and the heat to turn beef, horse meat chalupa. Teach her how to hold it. Of course. This idea of him training this girl how to be, better at sexual activities. See, most cats treat her like foo-fur, or beat her to a stupor, take it from the super. You need to make her feel cuter and lay down the gene like Luther. Everything will be super. Do for her, keep her in a new fur, so she looks sweet when she go to meet the super. Got that Buddha get the grenadiers twisted. I don't know that line. Oh, okay. That's for rolling a blunt. Okay. Put it in the air. Come here, kiss it. Listen here, Scooter. Let her try to bag you when she's on the rag. Never let her fry the ragu. Ragu is a spaghetti sauce. Will you have you under some type of spell crying dag boo? Her name on your back in a tattoo. I don't want to read that. Don't call her wifey if you met her at the Freaknik. Don't waste her time. I'll duke her. And be a father to your child like the super. Okay, I'm getting a little too wrapped up. I mean, this is just fun. It's fun. But let's finish out the track.
Has the laser cannon been loaded?
Everything has been prepared as you ordered. But how did you get permission to return to New York, Master?
Through the efforts of a misguided fool.
Doom? You're in New York?
Yes, Doom has an amazing new machine.
The President of the United States on the phone.
How long is all this gonna take, Doom?
I would not advise you to repeat that error.
Sure. I know what you mean.
So, at the beginning, I said, I was getting a little self-conscious about either analyzing too much or not enough or whatever. And I feel like with Hoe Cakes, I got a little too deep. So I'm going to try and just back off a little bit. I mean, I love getting into lyrics. But my serious brain is taking over a little too much. I think Doom is about just having fun, cracking out some good lines, great beats. So I'm gonna try and chill a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna roll into track 3, which is called Potholderz, produced by Count Bass D and featuring Count Bass D.
Hot shit. Hot shit. Hot shit. Hot shit. Hot shit.
Oh, cool. Cool change right there. It is very cool.
I strive to be humble, lest I stumble. Never sold a jumbo or cop chicken wings with mumbo sauce. Tyson is a foul holocaust. Hitler gas your whole head up with poetry. I'm fed up. Ignore cordon bleu. Stand up, get up. Lunge for your knife. Don't forget your potholders.
Hot shit. What? These old things? About to throw them away with the gold rings that make them don't fit like OJ. Usually I take them off with oil or Olay. MCs is crabs in the barrel past the Old Bay. Hot as hell and it's a cold day in it. Working on a way that we can roll away tinted. Some say the price of holding heat is often too high. You either be in a coffin or you be the new guy. What happened? Oh, it's not lit. These metal fingers be holding. Hot shit.
When I was 4, I penned God was born in New York back in 77. Still got Nan in the crescent. The effervescence of God's presence is thick. Unlike vapor, esterol, extra roll, word to the baker. Peace to the hard-working gingerbread makers. Looked up and down, said, too much makeup. Poor music taste, 10 years from being grown up. Rappers don't blow up, heads do.
This is one of the coolest songs I've heard in a while. I love this beat. There's some perfect blend here with the beat and just, I mean, it's good flow and good lyrics and just, I don't know, everything fits so well in this track. Let's finish it up. Then I'll punch through the lids. Let's finish it up. Great beat. Great beat. That's going to be an early contender for favorite track. Potholderz is fantastic. Great beat. Great beat. And then some of these lines, I mean, God. This is hard. This is the hard part because I am hearing this for the first time. And so I want to go back and like find those lines that really stood out to me. But I kind of have to go through all of it. I think you guys are okay with that. You're familiar with my format and stuff like that. So I don't want to get too self-conscious. But talk about the potholders. Don't forget your potholders. Hot shit. What, these old things, about to throw them away? The way Doom does this shit, man. This is why he's my favorite rapper. It's just so casual. And he makes it sound so easy. And it's so well done. With the gold rings that make him don't fit like OJ. So that's the gloves, right? The black gloves that they did fit. And he fucking did it all so that his unbelievable. Unfucking believable. That guy got off on that shit, but. Usually I take them off of oil of Olay. MC's is crabs in a barrel past the Old Bay. I don't know what Old Bay is. Old Bay is a great and choice seasoning for food. Oh, it's great. Oh, there you go. Genius endorses Old Bay. Hot as hell, and it's a cold day, isn't it? Working on a way that we can roll away tinted. Some say the price of holding heat is often too high. You either be in a coffin or you be the new guy. I love that. And so this has got to be a reference to kind of like spitting fire, right? Like being a really good rapper. The one that's too fly to eat shoe pie. What's a shoe pie? Shoe fly pie. Oh, so this is a pun on shoe fly pie, a famed Pennsylvania Dutch specialty. The new guy is too fly to eat shoe pie. He avoided the coffin. Thus, he really is... Okay. I don't know. I like how I click the annotation to read it and then don't read it. It's one of my favorite tricks. A lot of people wish to die. They need to hold their horses. There's bigger fish to fry. You're on the list. If not, pick a number spot. 10.5 Tims is made to kick your bumba claw. I don't know that. I could have had a V8 F-150 quad cab, but I'll be straight. Money comes and goes like that 2-bit hussy. I like that. That night that tried to rush me, Dwight passed the Dutchie. What's this? Oh, okay. Count Bastie's real name is Dwight. Dutchie is basically a blunt or a special kind of Dutch. Masters? Okay. Okay. So I can calm down so they don't get it twisted. Take it from the fireside. It won't get blistered. Got it? What happened? Oh, it's not lit. These metal fingers be holding hot shit. Great track. I really enjoyed that one quite a bit. Let's keep rolling into One Beer, which is produced by Madlib. When I was going through and setting up the screens, I was wondering if this was the first time they worked together or not, and then if that, if this going so well is what inspired Madvillainy. I have no idea. Hopefully you guys can let me know if that's the case or not. But track 4 is One Beer.
I get no kick from champagne.
Oh, this is a cover.
Alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why shouldn't it be true? I get a kick out of brew.
That's from a different song. I don't know the name of the song. That's a different song now. Cole Porter's I Get a Kick Out of You. Oh, yeah. Anything goes. Right. All right, let's keep going.
There's only one beer left. Rappers screaming all in our ears like we're deaf. Tempt me, do a number on a label. Eat up all the MCs and drink them under the table like it's on me. Put it on my tab, kid, however you get there. Foot it, cab it, iron horse it. You leave it on your face, forfeit. Across the mic, hold it like the heat, he might toss it. Told her, tell him they stole it. He told her he lost it. She told him get off it and a bunch of other more shit. Getting money, DTs be getting no new leads. It's like he eating watermelon, stay spitting new seeds. This the weed, give me some of what he drooping off. Soon as he wake up, choking like it was whooping cough. They grouping soft. First hour at the open bar and they trooping off. He went to go laugh and get some head by the side road. She asked him autograph her derriere red to wide load. This young bird tastes like fried toad, turn love villain. Take pride in cold words. Few can do it, even fewer can sell it. Take it from the dude who wear a mask like a tarted helmet. They plot shows like robberies. In and out, 1, 2, 3, nobody's please. Run the cash and you won't get a wet sweatshirt. The mic is the shotty, nobody moves, nobody get hurt.
I love how he'll just do one long verse. Yeah, I was going to say that earlier and I got a little sidetracked. But one thing I'm already noticing, and I kind of didn't realize on Madvillainy, is that he doesn't really do like verse, bridge, chorus, verse, chorus, verse. It's just fucking no. Here's my flow. I love it. And it's such a great. I mean, it's so obvious. I don't know how I didn't realize it before, but it's so. Okay, come on, brain. Complete one thought. Here we go. It's such a great way of showing how he's not worried about what everybody else is doing. He's not worried about the structure that you're supposed to have. And, I feel like when people make songs, I have the general idea of, oh, okay, yeah, you got your verse and then you got your chorus and then your verse and a verse and a chorus, verse, chorus, whatever, right? Like that's the structure that you're supposed to use. And so far, it's just like, no. I'm not going to follow any structure. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. And it's fantastic. It's fantastic. This guy is amazing. MF Doom is amazing. There's only one. I'm probably just going to read this whole fucking thing because I'm very much into this track so far. There's only one beer left. Rapper screaming you're screaming all in our ears like we're deaf. Tempt me. Do a number on the label. Eat up all their MCs and drink them under the table. That's so great. Like, it's on me. Put it on my tab, kid. However you get there, foot it, cab it, iron horse it. You're leaving on your face. Forfeit. I crushed the mic. Hold it like the heat. He might toss it. Told him tell him they stole it. He told her he lost it. Tell him they stole it. He told her he lost it. So he doesn't want to say he got robbed. He's gonna lie to his girl and say, "Ah, no, I didn't. It didn't get stolen from me. I lost it." She told him get off it and a bunch of other more shit. So she knows he's lying. Getting money. DT's been getting no new leads. It's like he's eating watermelons, stay spitting new seeds. It's the weed. Give me some of what he drooping off. As soon as he wake up, choking it like a whoop, like it was whooping cough. So that means he starts smoking first thing in the morning. I don't know. I click the annotation and then don't read it. It's amazing. I don't know why I do that. I really don't know why I do that. The group's been soft first hour at the open bar and they're trooping off. He went to go laugh and get some head by the side road. I love this part. She asked him autograph her derriere, which is her ass. It read, too wide load. This Yardbird tastes like fried toad turd. Love villain. Take pride in code words. And I wonder what is the code word there? I don't know. Crooked eye, mold, nerd, geek with a cold heart. Probably still be speaking in rhymes as an old fart. Fucking brilliant. 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 I mean, this is what's so cool about MF Doom is he embodies what he's talking about, you know? And there's no mistaking him for just saying shit. Like, he lives it. He is it. That's all he cares about. Great day, you know? Never really mattered that much to me that I was a little too old to MC. All that really mattered was that my rhymes were ill. That's it. It's fucking awesome, dude. I love it. Love it. Study how to eat to die by the pizza guy. No, he's not too fly to ski in a skeezer eye. I don't know what a skeezer is, but I know what a skeezy is. And squeeze her thigh. Maybe give her curls a feel the way she feel it when he flow with nerves of steel. They call the super when they need their back plumbing fixed. How is only one left? This was the part that kind of threw me off. I was trying to follow this, but I didn't really get it on the first listen. Because it's in quotations. How is only one left? One left. The pack comes in 6. Okay, so he's talking about the beer again. One beer. Whatever happened to 2 and 3? The herb tried to slide with 4 and 5 and got caught like, what are you doing, G? So he must have got high while he was drinking his beer. He didn't realize he drank all his beer while he was high. That's cool. That's cool. I enjoy that more because I didn't really catch it on the first go. Oh my god, dude! I'm not gonna. Well, I say I'm not gonna read it, and I just keep reading. I can't help it. I can't help it. I love this shit. I love it. So let's keep going. You guys can fast forward if you want to. Don't make him have to get cutting like truancy. Matter of fact, not for nothing. Right now, you and me. That's also in quotations. Or maybe somebody, I don't know, whatever, let's keep it. Looser than a pair of Adidas, I hope you brought your spare tweeters. MCs sound like cheerleaders, rapping and dancing like redhead kingpin. Doom came to do the thing again. No matter who be blinging, he'd do it for the smelly hubbies. Seeds know what time it is, like it's time for Teletubbies. If you can do it, even if you can sell it, take it from the dude who wear a mask like a tarted helmet. That was the line that cracked me. All right, let's finish up the track here. Great beat too. Great beat.
There is done. Now that the representative from South Africa has been mind-programmed, all of the world's leaders on Earth are under my control. And when they meet tomorrow in special session...
You're weird! Why is everyone staring at us?
Oh, I should have realized. We must look like freaks to them.
Relax, mister. Just do your thing.
Get a good grip on my...
Such a trip, bro.
I knock it
I'm gonna let it roll into track 5, which is Deep Fried Frenz.
You're nothing but a chicken head.
You overgrown granite man.
Hold it.
As you call them, they call you when they need something. Trees for the blunt, to G's for the front. I found
Totally
a way
different
to get peace
sound.
of mind for years and left the hell alone. Turn a deaf ear to the cellular phone. Send me a letter or better, we can see each other in real life. Just so you can feel me like a steel knife. At least so you can see the white of their eyes. Bright with surprise once they finish spitting lies. A show of hands is a term
God,
some
this is
people
brilliant.
use loosely. I'm real choosy on what I choose to let crew see. You telling me I try to act broke? Jealousy the #1 killer among black folk. Fellas be under some type of spell like crack smoke. Ghetto Cinderellas lead them right to your stack lope. Just another way a chick will lead to your end. I checked the dictionary for the meaning of friends. It said some come in the form of codependence. A lot of times only end up being co-defendants. $10 say they tell for a lower sentence and leave you up under the jail begging for repentance. It don't make no sense. What happened to the loyalty? Honor amongst crooks, trust amongst royalty. I'd rather go out in a blaze than give them the glory. A similar story. Before lovers, we need to have some type
brilliant,
of understanding. Just so when I let her get the man thing, she know it's no strings. We could do the damn thing, but ho, it's no rings. Just how the tramp swings.
This song's amazing. Like, God, he's got these long ass fucking skits in these tracks, dude. All right, this song is amazing. I was gonna say right before I got distracted, but I like how I distract myself constantly. This is why you'll hear me say, "Okay, brain, one thing at a time," because it's just all over the fucking place, man. I was gonna say, you know, I regard Kendrick so high because of how well he writes. This is so fucking well written. So well written, and the way it incorporates the sample into the lyrics again, which is something I enjoy. This is we're going through all these lines. This is a fucking brilliant song. Friends, as you call them, they call you when they need something. Trees for the button, to G's for the frontin'. I found a way to get peace of mind for years and left the hell alone. So he's figured out how to get away from all these friends, right? Turn a deaf ear to the cellular phone. Send me a letter or better. We could see each other in real life. Just you could feel me like a steel knife. Fucking A. At least you could see the white of their eyes, bright with surprise once they finished spitting their lies. Fucking brilliant. Like, no, you want to lie to me? Don't do it over the phone. Tell it to my face. Come lie to me to my face. Then you can really feel it. Associates is your boys, your girls, bitches, homies. Close or really don't know me. Mom, dad, comrade, peeps, brothers, sisters, duns, dunnies. Some come around when they need some money. Others make us laugh like the Sunday funnies, which is great. I love this line. Fam be around whether you're paid or bummy. Fucking brilliant. Brilliant. You can either ignore this advice or take it from me. Be too nice and people take you for a dummy. Fucking brilliant. So nowadays he ain't so friendly. Actually, they wouldn't even made a worthy enemy. Fucking amazing. Amazing. Like, that's such a great way, because it's so often you hear about people, you know, just typical drama bullshit, right? Like, oh, they're friends with this, and like people are upset with each other. Okay, whatever. But then when you step back and really think about it, it's typically pretty trivial shit. They don't even make a worthy enemy, as in you shouldn't even think about them. Don't even think about them. It's just stupid, trivial drama bullshit. They don't even make a worthy enemy. That's a brilliant line. Read the signs. No feeding the baboons. Seen as how they got your back bleeding from the stab wounds. Don't feed these fucking people. They're just going to stab you in the back anyway. Don't help them. They're just going to stab you in the back anyway. You all know the dance. They smile on your face. You all know the glance. Try to put them on. They blow the chance. Never let your so-called mans know your plans. How many of us have them? A show of hands. Friends. Brilliant how he did the sample right there. Friends is a term some people use loosely. I'm real choosy on what I choose to let crew see. Fucking, oh my God. Oh my God. You're telling me I try to act broke. Jealousy, the #1 killer among black folk. Fellas be under some type of spell like crack smoke. Ghetto Cinderellas lead them right to your stack, load. Just another way a chick will lead to your end. I checked the dictionary for the meaning of friend. It said person one likes to socialize with, sympathizer, helper, and that's about the size of it. Most of the time, these attributes is one-sided. To bolster the crime, they're apt to shoot you through your eyelid. and they can't hide it, going wild like a white bitch. No, okay. Sometimes you need to cut people off like a light switch. Flick, and then things get quiet. Catch them like a thief in the night. What a riot. I first met Mr. Fantastic at arm steel. Don't let it get drastic. Think how your moms feel. When it gets real, steel gets a sparkin'. Everyday dark and it ain't no talking. For something so cheap, it sure buys a lot of trouble. Fucking brilliant. Brilliant. God damn, these are just some of the best lines ever. You're better off focusing than trying to plot to bubble. Or else it'd be a sad note to end on. The guns we got is ones we can depend on, friends. Some come in the form of codependents. A lot of times only end up being co-defendants. This is another fucking brilliant section. $10 say they'll tell for a lower sentence and leave you up under the jail begging for repentance. It don't make no sense. What happened to the loyalty, honor amongst crooks, trust among royalty? Brilliant. Brilliant. Because, right? Yeah, I mean, obviously we weren't there, but you watch all these shows, you know, fucking all the different shows. And it's always about the fucking, you know, political plotting and manipulating and backstabbing and lying to vie for power and all that shit, all back in the days, right? I'd rather go out in a blaze than give them the glory. How many of us, and then again, the great use of sample, how many of us have a similar story? Friends before lovers, we used to have some type of overstanding. Not understanding, overstanding, right? Friends were supposed to be over, you know, what bros before hoes, right? Overstanding. Just so when I let her get the man thing, she knows it's no strings, we could do the damn thing, but ho, it's no rings. We're not getting married. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Okay, so this is going to be hard to pick a favorite because, you know, Potholderz, One Beer, Deep Fried Friends. Brilliant. Let's finish this track. This is going to be a long-ass video. Long-ass video. Metal Fingers be pretty solid on the beats, man. Pretty solid on the beats.
Don't be silly. I know who my friends are. And the next nice neighborhood I move into, you guys will get cracked.
I first met Doom years ago, where he wanted to be alone to pursue his forbidden experiments. One day, while conducting a secret experiment, later, when he recovered from his injuries, instead of having learned his lesson, Doom was bitter, angry, vengeful.
You know, this whole little skit, sample, outro thing, very fitting for the song, right? I'm just going to talk real briefly about this. He just wanted to be alone to pursue his forbidden experiments, right? Rapping. One day while conducting a secret experiment, maybe trying to meet with a friend, explosions, right? It didn't work out. He's trying to help a friend, even though he just told us of warning about friends and so-called friends. And then one day he goes out and like, all right, I'm going to try and help somebody, and gets stabbed in the back again, right? So then instead of having learned his lessons, he was bitter, angry, vengeful.
He continued his search, never showing his face unless threatened by bandits who prey on travelers, who foolishly wander alone through their domain.
I tripped a lot out here in the woods
lately. This is Poo-Putt Platter, track 6.
This is a platter of... This makes an exceptionally good late-night snack, and also a dandy fly swatter. Eyes are going, I can't hit it.
Good.
Stop it, Father.
Stand back. Return to the house.
No.
Now, Rapper, perhaps you will listen.
I'm going to see if I can pull something from this, because it seems like to just be kind of an intermission, interlude, whatever you want to call it, you know. But let's just read this. I tripped a lot out here in the woods lately. This is a platter of that makes an exceptionally good late night snack, and also a dandy fly sweater. Oh, my eyes are going, I can't hit it. You know, he's got all these different clips. Here's the annotation. I'll actually read it for once. I'll force myself to read it. Flies are drawn to excrement, of course. Concurrently, people who haven't experienced good food who won't understand it, they can't tell it from shit. Okay. The joke here and the purpose of this track is to say that mainstream hip-hop fans are getting fed shit and they don't realize it. Okay. Okay. So the name of the track being Poo-Putt Platter. Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure. Nothing comes between me and my masters. What is it, father? These footprints were by the flying monkey men. Let's read this annotation. Unreviewed. Oh, no. Doom is making a joke about how white people want to segregate themselves from black people because they're afraid of them. Flying monkey men is a reference to the fact that black people are called monkeys, okay? But they haven't strayed this far from the valley since we made the pig feet. The clip pig feet here is taken from the same clip used in Fillet-O-Rapper of the woman talking about soul food. So in other words, the scent the pig feet once drew black people down from the air far away, from their faraway homes in the valley, who left footprints extremely close to the predominant higher. But now, much to the dismay of these characters, blacks have returned. Okay, maybe. I mean, I haven't heard the other song yet, and I wouldn't have made that link anyway. He'd probably get indigestion. I don't know about that. You will go. This jungle is dangerous. Trapper. Who's Trapper? Talking about trap music, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting, man. And I, again, I said earlier I wasn't going to take stuff too seriously. Probably going too far there, trying to pull something from that. Probably taking it too seriously, but you never know. The thing about Doom is fucking smart. You have to be smart to write a song like Deep Fried Frenz, One Beer, Potholderz. I mean, these tracks are brilliant. He's smart. He's very good at what he's doing. And I think he is a little misleading in the sense of how casual he sounds and how easy it sounds because he's just that good. And so I think it is easier for him, especially using all these crazy samples and this Doom character and all this different stuff. It seems like he is just fucking around. And I think that he is, for the most part, fucking around. But I think there's two layers to it. I think he does weave shit in there. And if you don't pay attention to it, you'll miss it. Okay. All right. Next track is Fillet-O-Rapper, produced by Metal Fingers. Track 7, Fillet-O-Rapper.
Whenever I'm expecting a lot of company, haven't had a lot of company in a long time, but if I were expecting some, I'd whip up a really substantial meal. You see how strong I am? It's from eating all of this stuff.
Now you got black-eyed peas, carrot greens, collard greens, cornbread, watermelon, and for dessert,
poke buds.
Well, you may say, I don't think I care for that, so you can also fix yourself.
So you'll drop in a Gumbo. God, Gumbo's a short one too. Let's let it keep going through Gumbo here.
A Gumbo. You gotta watch your gums on this, but it's very good. It's very healthy.
This is cool,
Not
though.
perfect for every situation, but edible wrappers could actually beef up your next meal.
You would only want to use the wraps where there's no food associated with the use of the wrap, so...
Create a new demand for produce, stop throwing out as much garbage as they do, and eat more chitlins.
Okay. I'm starting to fucking... there is another layer to this. And it's probably obvious to all of you guys who have listened to this over and over again, but yeah. There is another layer to this. This is kind of fucking cool. So that annotation that I wasn't really too into earlier. You take these three little tracks, the Poo-Putt Platter, Fillet-O-Rapper, and Gumbo. Yeah, and he's basically saying, you guys need some fucking food. Food being good rap. Because there's no good rap out there. It's too bad. Oh, man. It sucks that so many artists have passed away. And especially coming in after and listening to their music. But this right here, this last part of Gumbo, it's hoped edible rappers will do a couple of things. Create a new demand for produce. Stop throwing out as much garbage as they do. I mean, that's it right there. That's basically what he's saying in these last little 3 skit tracks, or whatever you want to call them. Just make some decent fucking music. Stop producing so much garbage. Gumbo is really cool. I wonder where the fuck he found that sample from. Because the way that girl was talking was, I feel like it was spliced up. He must have spliced it up to like, I doubt that was just a straight lift from something. He must have spliced it up with the raps and the beats and shit like that. This guy's the best. He really is the fucking best. All right, let's move into the next track, which is track 9, Fig Leaf Bi-Carbonate, produced by Metal Fingers, track 9.
Well, anyway, you may be saying about now, how in the world does that old fella eat all of that crazy stuff and not get sick to his stomach?
Edible-Rappers may be in grocery stores as soon as months from now. You've heard of good to the last drop? Well, your food could soon be good to the last bite.
In addition to FD&C Reg number 40, the FDA has approved certain food coloring additives. Some are actually poison. If you aren't sure of the additives or colorings in the products you purchase,
leave it alone. Poison. That's right.
This is interesting, man. This is really fucking interesting. Keeping with this sub-layer topic, right, of shit rappers versus good rappers, good music, good food. You know, you think of food for the soul. That hasn't really come up yet. But, you know, what was that book? Chicken Soup for the Soul, right? Like things that are healthy for you, both in a physical sense, an emotional sense, a spiritual sense. This shit is really interesting when you start slipping that concept in. You know, you've got this little sample here, right, about yellows and reds. We'll focus on the reds. Red number 40, it's been approved. Some are actually, and then it's a different sample, right? Poison. But he's talking about additives. And I really fucking wonder if right here, since it looks like there's no lyrics from Doom here, it looks like it's all samples. And so this would just be an instrumental, right? He's making the beats. I wonder what he's trying to say about beats, too. Like, I wonder if he's looking at... Because this came out in 2004. This was written 2004. Or release says 2004. So early 2000s. You know, computers are around. I don't know how much they're penetrating into the production space of music in terms of hip-hop at this time. But I have to imagine somebody like Doom seeing the evolution of beat production and where it's going, computers. You know, look at Kenny Beats, right? I really like Kenny Beats. I think he makes great beats. But I wonder if Doom would look at somebody like him and go, what the fuck is this? You're just tapping a computer. Like, you know? Interesting, man. This is really fucking... There's way more happening here than what it seems like. There's way more happening. If when I look at these samples and how he's clipping it, if you aren't sure of the additives or colorings in the products you've purchased, leave it alone. Poison. Bad news. Let's keep listening.
As years passed, he became even more bitter and angry, burning with vengeance against the world. Finally, amidst hidden scrolls, he found what he'd been seeking. Then, clothed in a suit of invulnerable armor and possessing the world's greatest secrets of science and magic, he returned to his homeland. And there he has remained, scheming, dreaming, planning, plotting his mad campaign to conquer the entire world.
I'm not going to click this. I'm going to talk first, and then I'll click this, and we'll see what the annotation says. But you know, we get out of this first section talking about poison and additives, right? And this is an instrumental. And I was talking about what Doom might think about people who are making beats on computers and a much less tactile, hands-on way, right? Think about a guy who probably looks back at older music for him, what he listened to, what he grew up on, what he enjoyed, and the physical interaction that existed, you know, whether your turntables and machines and all this other shit, right? And now people are doing it on computers. Consider how he has expressed his opinion toward rappers and the rap that they're making, right? So now you've got an example of him and his opinion on rappers. This seems to be an opinion on beats, since this is just an instrumental. And then you get into this Doom sample, right? As years passed, he became even more bitter and angry, burning with vengeance against the world. I feel like that's him saying, no, you guys are all on the wrong path. I'm the only one that can save the world. I'm the only one that can save hip hop, right? I'm the one. Well, hold on. Let's keep going. Finally, amidst hidden scrolls, he found what he was looking for. He returned to his homeland, and there he has remained scheming, dreaming, planning, plotting his mad campaign to conquer the entire world. I feel like this is Doom telling us, I'm going to go into my lab and I'm going to make the best music ever, because I'm going to try and turn the tide of where hip-hop is going. That's what I get from that. Given everything that's been said so far in this album, this track is huge, in my opinion. Now let's click the annotation. It just says what the sample's from. Jesus. Oh, God, man. My love-hate relationship with Genius Annotations continues. I really wish I could express the amount of disappointment I felt right there. The whole thing was highlighted, right? I was like, oh man, someone's really going to get into it. Someone's really going to try and take this apart. No, this is where the sample's from. Let's keep going. I want to keep talking about this, but let's keep going. There's a message in this album. It's very prominent, in my opinion. It's really coming up, but I don't want to talk on it now because there's still 6 more tracks. So let's go to track 10, which is Kon Karne, produced by Metal Fingers. Let's drop in. This is a fucking brilliant album.
Darker than the East River, larger than the Empire State, where the beast who guard the barbed wire gate is on the job, not my fate. Tired of the wait till the villain bring deliverance from the dire straits, fire at a higher rate. Why debate the liars? Flyers scatter by a plate, isolate the wires. Try the straight pliers, if not the vice grips. A real price saver way to acquire nice whips. Get shot off that wide-eyed talk. And if he had a pot, he'd still piss on the sidewalk. You can't take the street out the street person looking for the perfect beat, coercing into heat bursting. They couldn't spot him on a spot date. Got the only tape that come with a free hot plate. Whoever do get to see me sing with the 3D ring sitting stationary like BB King could see how it really sting. It ain't no front row, standing room only at the motocross stunt show. As I reminisce, never forgot when I was very broke. Shot the Henny straight, couldn't afford the cops a cherry coke. Or should I say broke with wealth? I know enough to give them just enough rope to yoke they self. Plan B before I take the ring and pawn it. The long arm of the law couldn't even put their fingers on it. Doggone it, do the statistics. How he busts lyrics is too futuristic for ballistics and far too eccentric for forensics. I dedicate this mix to Sub Rock, the hip-hop Hendrix.
Sub Rock is Doom's brother that died in a car crash. And I did know about that. I remember people telling me about that when I did Bad Villainy, how him and his brother had a group like early on when they were really, really young. And then his brother died and the record label like fucked him over, said, no, we're not going to sign you, or something along those lines. And then basically Doom just like disappeared, right? I guess I could read the annotations right fucking in front of me. They were a part of a hip-hop group called KMD, along with a third member who was later replaced by Onyx, the Burstone Kid. After the death of Doom's brother, highly controversial album Black Masses was dropped by the label and never got released until 2001. Due to that, Doom lived in poverty, had to sleep on benches. So because he's rapping about that, okay. So that's who Sub Rock is. And it's interesting that he says the hip-hop Hendrix. That's a massive, massive compliment. And I mean, of course, it's his brother. But to call anybody the Hendrix of something is huge. That's huge. I'm not going to listen to this outro. The lyrics. So everything I was saying earlier. let's not assume it's right or wrong, but let's just put it into a little bit of a box here, okay? I was saying how Doom feels like rap sucks. These rappers suck. Their rhymes are weak, right? The beats are poison. The way they're being made is not healthy. It's not good. Now let's listen to these lines. Darker than the East River, larger than the Empire State. So that's Doom, right? Where the beast who guard the barbed wired gate is on the job. Not my fate, tired of the wait, till the villain bring deliverance from the dire straits. Till the villain brings deliverance from the dire straits. He has to save hip-hop. He's the villain, but he's the only one who sees it, right? And isn't that always the theme with the villain? They're crazy. They want to do this thing to save the world, but the way they save the world is really destroying the whole world. But if you take that perspective, if you're a guy who looks at hip-hop and sees the whole of hip-hop being ruined, it's being destroyed, he has to save it, right? So in order to save hip-hop, he has to destroy what hip-hop currently is so that he can restore it, right? Think of that theme. You know, think of like fucking Thanos and stuff, right? I gotta save the universe by killing half of it. Like, that's crazy. No, in Doom's perspective, no, I gotta kill off all this weak-ass rap shit to restore what rap really is. Fire at a higher rate. Why debate the liars? Don't even debate them. Just I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I am gonna do it. Some of this shit, man, that was complicated too. How he spit this out, and I can't even read it. Try the straight pliers, if not the vice grips. A real price saver way to acquire nice whips. I like that. What is steel for real on wheels of steel? Stunner, a funner summer #1 meal deal bummer. Bizarre phenomenon, is your armor on? Take your cash. Let's see. There were some other lines here though too. I love how he used the sample. He came to feed the children just like Sally Struthers. After that, he's going back to Cali where and then the Love Is sample drops in. Give him something he can feel that's soft to squeeze raw with the pen on the mic, off the heeza. I don't know what a heeza is. Get shut off that wide-eyed talk. And if he had a pot, brilliant line. And if he had a pot, he'd still piss on the sidewalk. So if you don't have a pot to piss in, you're poor, right? But if he had a pot, meaning he has money, he'd still go piss on the sidewalk. I love it. Can't take the street out the street person. And, you know, these lines make a lot of sense after reading the annotation about, you know, his brother dying, the label dropping him being homeless, all that other shit. So there's legitimacy here, in my opinion. Looking for the perfect beat. Coercion into heart bursting. They couldn't spot him on the spot date. Got the only tape that come with a free hot plate. Whoever do get to see me sing with a 3D ring sitting stationary like BB King can see how it really sting. It ain't no front row. Standing room only at the motocross stunt show. Whoever do get to see me sing. I feel like there's something. My brain is trying. I'm trying. Let's keep going. I'm just gonna stare at it with a blank stare. It's gonna be for terrible content. Well, no, I don't want to keep going. Let's try and figure this out. Whoever gets to see me sing with the 3D ring sitting stationary like BB King can see how it really stings. So I feel like what he's saying there is the people who actually listen to what he's saying can probably feel the pain that he's expressing in terms of. I'll just stick with the theme I've had in my mind of hip hop and how he feels about hip hop and how much it bugs him. It ain't no front row, which could be a really tricky way of saying I'm not fronting, I'm not pretending. Standing room only at the motocross stunt show. I don't really know how to fold that into it though. The ruckus ate up to Snuffleupagus. You know, I wonder if that's not a stab at Wu-Tang, is it? Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Me and Sub is like the Browns, Smother Brothers. My love is faster than the 7 seas, bigger than Mount Kilimanjaro. If they don't know, fill them in tomorrow. On the horror show, a mental note, return Bob's record. I don't know this part. I don't get this. Blessed with the hot flow, tested, it got dough. Invested in stress. The best to finesse an opto. As I reminisce, never forget when I was very broke. Shot the Henny straight, couldn't afford to cop the cherry Coke. Or should I say, broke with wealth, which is a very interesting spin, right? So he goes from being homeless, his brothers died, he's living on the street. You know, go back up here, getting blessed with the hot flow, tested, it got dough. So he starts making money off of rap again. Invested in stress. But then he says he's broke with wealth. Now think about that and everything he said back in Deep Fried Frenz. They just want to borrow money from him. They're lying to him. They're backstabbers. So now he's got money, but he's still broke with wealth. To know enough to give them just enough rope to yoke themselves. That's a great line too. So you give someone when you give somebody enough rope to hang themselves. The idea being, I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but basically when you know someone's lying, you just let them keep lying, and then all of a sudden you caught them. Like they just can't, they've lied themselves into a corner more or less. And so now you can just blatantly, they can't deny it. You are lying. You said this, you said this, you said this. So that's an idea of you give somebody enough rope to hang themselves. Anyway. Where was I? Plan B before I take the ring and pawn it. Now, the ring was mentioned earlier up here with that BB King. Whoever do get to see me sing with the 3D ring, or with actually not the 3D ring, the 3D ring, sitting stationary. That's different. The long arm of the law couldn't even put their fingers on it. Doggone it. Do the statistics. How he bursts lyrics is too futuristic for ballistics and far too eccentric for forensics. I dedicate this mix to Sub Rock, the hip hop Kendricks. This album is fucking fascinating. I did not expect this, really. I did not expect this kind of depth.
From my father, from the cards flip. Is this a trick? Why would I resort to trickery? You're already a prisoner. What do I gain by deceiving you? You can't blame me for being suspicious. No.
This is fucking fascinating. Why would I resort to trickery? You're already a prisoner. What do I gain by deceiving you? There's a lot going on in this album. All right, let's keep going. Next track is called Guinnesses. Guinnesses. How do you Guinnesses? We're gonna spend the next 20 minutes until I pronounce this right. Featuring Star 4 Eyes. All right, let's play Guinnesses. This is
running desperately low on food. They were forced to turn back.
Well, I'll be.
What's that villain doing?
The beats are fucking great.
Your voice sounds familiar.
He intends to destroy all of us if I persist in refusing him. All right, let's keep going. And maybe I'm getting a little too deep into my own rabbit hole, which is something I'm very good at doing that, and I often do, but let's keep going.
Time never came so ill, he got skill. Met a brother from the grill that gave my spine chills. All 33 nerves, controlling my curves. Common sense just swerved every time I got served. Stress, frustration, empty rhetoric. Cold as winter in Connecticut, compassion lacking deficit.
War wounds, Purple Heart, love veteran.
This is fucking great.
Painkillers, drugs, and medicine. Anything just to forget the hurt. Incoming! Take cover, hit the dirt. On the front line, there's casualties in the mine. And the POWs get left behind. Mentally scarred for life. Love is war, and some chicks are just too hard to wife.
I should've deaded it from Genesis instead of hitting the Guinnesses. Now I'm free falling, cursing, matching street brawling. He ceased calling, no appetite to feast, darling. So deep all in, I bet he never stopped balling women.
All right, let's see what we can do here. Great beat, great sound. It's got just this great old school vibe to it. I got some in my eye. Shit. Shaitan means devil in Arabic. Okay. Shaitan never came so ill, he got skill. Met a brother from the grill that gave my spine chills. All 33 nerves controlling my curves. Common sense just swerved every time I got served. Stress, frustration, empty rhetoric, cold as winter in Connecticut, compassion lacking deficit. Thought it was love, like sent from above, you're not a soulmate. More ways and actions of a primate who by low and senses coming faker than extensions. Pissed away all good intentions. Out of here, sister, was missing intuition. Maybe it was me I couldn't see. Holding on to fantasy, getting bitten by reality. So she's getting swept up by this guy. Well, I'll assume, guy, but this is a false love. But then you drop into this hook, which is really interesting. War wound, purple heart, love, veteran. Morphine, painkillers, drugs, and medicine. Anything just to forget the hurt. Incoming, take cover, hit the dirt. On the front line, there's casualties in the mind. And the POWs get left behind, mentally scarred for life. Love is war. And some chicks are just too hard to wife. And that's what's his name doing it? Eyez is doing that. So she's doing the verse. He's doing the hook. It's this back and forth dance, right? She's talking about getting swept up with this person, but he's cold as winter in Connecticut, compassion lacking deficit, thought it was love, but you're not a soulmate. And then this guy is saying, purple heart, love veteran, right? War wounds, morphine, painkillers, drugs, anything to forget the hurt. So he's just had his heart broken too many times. So you've got these two people. One person thinks this is love, but realizing it's not, and the other person, the impression I'm getting is not letting himself get exposed to it again, right? Doesn't want to have another broken heart. I should have deaded it from Genesis instead of hitting the Guinnesses. Now I'm free falling, cursing at the street, bawling. He ceased calling, no appetite for feast, darling. So deep, all in, I bet he never stopped bawling women. Forsake God for the sin of man, sacrifice a whole life for a slice, overstand. Maybe it's a lack of pigment, loneliness, imagined figment. Only got the card tinted to pull extra G's and damn Jody coming with the okie dokie pokey poke. Steady rockin' boats got me aiming for your throat. Sniper scope, weren't we supposed to elope? Propose, then you froze. I don't think I can cope. So it sounds like, now I'm free falling, cursing at the street. So now the relationship has ended. It got cut off. He ceased calling, no appetite for feast, darling. So deep, all in, but he stopped bawling women. She fell in love with this dude. But then he just, she thought they were going to run away together, elope, propose, then you froze. Maybe, so that line, propose, then you froze. As in, maybe she brought up, maybe everything was going fine. And then when she starts talking about getting serious or getting married or whatever, he froze. And now I don't think I can cope. As in, maybe he was just making empty promises. And then we get back into this hook again, which is a repeat from the same thing. Let's keep going. Very interesting song. Great beat.
Constant frustration, stemming from a no-win situation. Russian lust and fornication, adding to the complication. Patience is a virtue, pain run deep when love deserts you. Listening to whispering, choosing chaos over discipline. Simpleton, life should really be a piece of intimates. Relationships strengthening, flower essence, penstement. Gentlemen, my favorite shit, so I'm never forsaking it. I persevere, make it fit, sculpting and reshaping it.
On the front line, it's casualties in the mind, and the POWs get left behind. Mentally scarred for life, love is war, and some chicks are just too hard to wife.
Something I missed on that first read through with the lyrics was the last line of the hook. And some chicks are just too hard to wife. Because she can't figure out why he left. But that's explaining right there. You know, you've got this whole thing about broken heart and all this other stuff. Mentally scarred for life, love is war. Some chicks are just too hard to wife. So I feel like on the hook, the explanation for why this person left her was she's just too difficult. Maybe. This song is brilliant in the sense of it's showing two perspectives and how on each perspective they don't see the other's perspective. It's just an explanation of their perspective and what they see and what they perceive. But in that perception, they don't perceive the other and how they look at something. And so the girl can't figure out why he left. And all he's doing is expressing emotional heartbreak. And maybe, you know, initially I was taking it as, you know, he's a war wound, Purple Heart, love veteran. As in he's had his broken heart before and in the past, and he's trying to forget these certain things. Maybe it was her. Maybe it was her that did this. Maybe she has broken his heart so many times, it's just too hard to wife. I can't marry you. Like, it seems like this relationship is going, right? And this final verse here with her, constant frustration stemming from a no-win situation, rushing lust and fornication, adding to the complication. So there's heat there, right? There's chemistry and there's mix. Patience is a virtue. Pain run deep when love deserts you. Listening to whispering, choosing chaos over discipline. Simpleton. Life should really be a piece of Entenmann's, which I think is like a pastry. Something soft and sweet, right? Relationship strengthening, flower essence. I don't know what Penstemon. Oh, a flower, okay. Gentlemen, my favorite shit, so I've never forsaken it. I preserve, make it fit, sculpting and reshaping it, taking sips of a fifth of it, passionate, intense, incense, candles lit, scandalous. Gentlemen, my favorite shit, so I've never forsaken it. So what if she was cheating on him? What if she was cheating on him? That's why he has the broken heart. That's why he can't marry her. She's too hard to wife because she won't forsake other gentlemen. Emotional bandages. Why would he abandon this? I guess he couldn't handle it. The boss is magnanimous. This is a brilliant fucking song. This is a fantastic album. God damn, I'm having so much fun. This is great. Let's finish this one up.
I don't care. You know, funny as hell. That is them black knee stockings.
Stop!
Yeah, she looked like she got burnt legs or something.
You didn't wash your neck. Sometimes we don't wash our necks, but that's okay.
I washed my neck. Take a look at my neck.
Hold it right there, you.
Where you are going, there are no jokes.
These samples seem really random, right? But let's try and put something on it. Let's take this idea. I don't know about this part, about the white shoes. Plus, you know, anyway. This part with Bert and Ernie, right? You didn't wash your neck. Sometimes we don't wash our necks, so that's okay. Oh, I washed my neck. Take a look at my neck. You know, the first thing I thought of was Biggie and Protect Your Neck, because that's just one of my favorite tracks. Love that track. But let's flip it into the context of this. Let's take the idea of a relationship that is strained because she's cheating. He's heartbroken over it. He can't handle it. He leaves her. She's shocked. Like, why? You know, a lot of misunderstanding here. Well, I don't know about misunderstanding, but just, there you go. Let's take this idea of a pearl necklace. I'm going to assume a lot of you know what a pearl necklace is. A cheating woman. She doesn't wash her neck. You get this argument over a pearl necklace. Okay? Let's read the annotation and see what it says. Conversation sampled from Sesame Street. Yes, thank you, genius, for that in-depth annotation. Just throw that out there. All right? Who knows if that's what it is, but I'm really getting the impression from Doom. There's a lot of thought that goes into what he's doing. These aren't random samples, in my opinion, man. So there's that. And then you got this other part. It drops into Doom, right? Hold it right there. Where are you going? Or where you are going, there are no jokes. I'm beginning to think that armor-plated gargoyle doesn't like me. Right? Random sample. No. It's over. where you're going. There are no jokes. I don't like you anymore. We're over. It's done. Interesting, man. This is fucking interesting. All right, moving on to track 12, which is called Kon Queso. Produced by... penis. Penis. Track 12, Kon Queso.
Give it a sec for the pain to start. This wreck right here, it ain't for the faint of heart. They thought they saw the worst verse from a team of G-men who seem like nerds at first. Once they get to know us, people dig us. Leaders in the fight for equal rights for niggas. Inventor of the more demented, the flow, no doubt it. Just go for it if you're about it, or ride it. Whatever's clever, the masterful, whoever hooker heard her. But now, no. If we see tomorrow, the next day class is the villain in the back with the x-ray glasses. Have no fear, the ninja here. Feeling like the tinge in your ear from drinking ginger beer. Charge cash for an autograph. Say some shit to make your daughter laugh and slaughter the ass. See him on the big screen like Steve McQueen. Do something and never be back once he leave the scene. Keep more medicated pads than Stridex for his own side wreck with no known side effects. Before you press charges, use your noodle. So what when he grab the mic, he crush your cuticles. Keep your mouth shut, everything will be beautiful. It would be awfully rude to you. Now get back to your hootie hoo. Damn it, it ain't worth the drama cannon. From the calm bandit, eat rhymes like pomegranate. Break the mic like a rock star, break a guitar. Jump off the stage like yeehaw.
I like that. The closing line is great. All right, let's go through this. We're gonna go through this one. Give it a sec for the pain to start. This wreck right here, it ain't for the faint of heart. Gotta be talking about himself, right? There's a lot of complexity in Doom that I'm finally starting to understand. You know, I forgot about his brother. I forgot about how the record label dropped him, how he basically didn't have any money, he was homeless. I forgot about all that shit. That really adds to him. And it adds to the words he's using. They thought they saw the worst verse from the team of G-men who seemed like nerds at first. Once they got to know us, people dig us. Leaders in the front, leaders in the fight for equal rights for people. What's going on here? In these lines, he's talking about KMD. They released their debut album, Mr. Hood 91. Its songs focus on racism and black empowerment in a comical manner. Okay. Okay, so they were leaders in the fight. Okay, sure. Inventor of the more dementeder flow. No, I love this part. No bout, a doubt it. That's great. This go... Okay, let's see if I can read this without sounding like a total moron. This go for if you're about it. If you're about it or rowdy. Whatever's clever, the masterfold. Whoever hooker heard of, but no. Oh, Jesus Christ. Every hooker, every prostitute has heard of Doom, but now whores know him. Okay. All right. Thank you, genius, for saving me. Despite my talking trash about you all the time. If we see tomorrow, the next day class is the villain in the back with the x-ray glasses. Have no fear, the ninja's here. Feel them like the tinge in your ear from drinking ginger beer. If we see tomorrow, have no fear. When it's on, loco head, gonna lay low and heat it like beef patty cocoa, bread con queso. If you say so, lace the whole caseload. They say he wear a metal mask in case his face show. He told them it flows his bitch talk and Ayos. His whole crew walk with pitchfork and halos. Is that Doom's crew walk with pitchforks and halos? Oh, devils and angels. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know how I missed the pitchfork reference. I understood the halos, but the pitchforks I didn't get. Say ho, if you never worked with the J-O and keep more cash in the stash than a peso. Okay, yo. Y'all know who to follow. Tie him up in the crib and leave the place hollow. Oh, what was this? The goose is loose, so wild you couldn't chase it down with straight fruit juice. Goose is loose can be either interpreted as very relaxed, sure, loosey-goosey, okay, or something similar to the phrase cat is out of the bag, okay, sure, where something previously hidden is now exposed. Doom also uses as a loose reference to Grey Goose, a strong vodka, sometimes chase it down with juice. Yeah, all right, okay. Good job. Who fucking did that? Who contributed to that? Does it say? Jacob Kirkland. Fucking good job, Jacob. Good job. 5 stars for you. Frown like the first time you taste couscous, which is kind of like a... I don't eat it. My wife loves it. My son loves it. I don't really care for it. But it's like a weird, small, dry rice or something. I don't know if it's actually rice, but that's what it reminds me of. Actually, it's not rice. It's like a bread or something, but I don't care for it. Stash the deuce. Troop asking for truce. Today on Intense Rec Week, we have the supervillain in his own defense to speak. It's all part of my mental techniques. Available to freaks and pencil neck geeks like me. Train a sane brain to an insane train of thought. Brilliant line. On a campaign trail, he came to gain your support. Charge gas for your autograph. Say some shit to make your daughter laugh. Then slaughter the ass. See him on the big screen. Do something to never be back once he leaves the scene. Keep more medicated pads and Stridax for his own side wreck with no known side effects. Before you press charges, use your noodle. So what when he grabbed the mic, he crushed your cute cuticles? Keep your mouth shut. Everything will be beautiful. It would be awfully rude of you now. Go back to your hootie hoo. Oh, wait. It would be awfully rude to you. Now go back to... That's got to be a stab at Outcast, right? Damn it. It ain't worth the drama. Can it? From the calm bandit ear rhymers like pomegranate. As soon as he stepped in, he lit the room. Boom. Rescheduled by noon with Britt Hume. I'm in love with Mary Jane. Maintain and say it, don't spray it. You want to see your girl again, you might as well pay it. If I had a dime for every rhymer that busts guns, I'll have a cool mill for my sons in trust funds. So he's talking shit about rappers right there. When I was broker than a broke dick dog, I always kept an L to smoke and thick fog. When it rained, it sure do thunderstorm. I got more rhymes in the summer than musty underarms. 1-2 microphone checker. First learn to neck off a home wrecker. So home ec is home economics, which is a class. First learn to neck off. Oh, so he's talking about like maybe he learned to kiss off of some girl in his home ec class. Maybe. This is back when he was like crib age. Yeah, back when he was young. When he hit the stage, just like a gauge to the rib cage. Break the mic like a rock star, break a guitar. Huh. Interesting shit. I mean, this guy's great, but he can be hard to understand too at the same time. All right, let's keep going. I was wondering if there's some deeper meaning in there, like woven in there, and there's some stuff in there somewhere, but well, yeah, let's keep going. Let's finish this one up. I like the little bass line quite a bit.
We shall now vote for a new world leader. I nominate Doom. All in favor, say aye. Aye!
Oh, no.
Doom is master of the world. You never learn, do you?
Here, this is the address of Frenz in New York. They'll help.
That last bit, here's the address of Friends in New York, they'll help. I don't know if that's a nod. You know, he kind of took a stab at Outkast there. Go back to your hootie hoo. It kind of took a stab there. I wonder if Doom came from the school of thought of, you know, hip-hop comes from New York, you know, all that kind of shit. I wonder. I don't know, man. Really interesting. Really interesting. All right, Trap 13 is called Rap Snitch Guinnesses, featuring Mr. Fantastic, produced by MF Doom, or Metal Fingers, I should say. Track 13, Rap Snitch. Is it Guinnesses? Nishes? I don't know.
Yo, MF Doom,
Mr.
Fantastic,
Villain.
What up, nigga?
Ain't nothing, what's the word?
It's cracking, boy.
Same old shit, kid.
Man,
Day,
rap snitches, man. Shit is bugged out, man. What the fuck, man?
Shit, telling me.
Niggas running their mouth, telling everything. Everything. Rap snitches, telling all their business. Sit in the court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Fuck around, get the whole label sent up for years. Rap snitches, telling all their business. Sit in the court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Fuck around, get the whole label sent up for years. Cause this man to go up and off the board, hit him again. Lame rap snitch, nigga, even told on the Mexican.
Not gonna tear into the lyrics on this one. Very straightforward, pretty easy to understand. Great song so far. I'm really surprised by the amount of like guitar in this beat. A lot of guitar in this beat. I don't think I've heard the guitar in this album up to this point. So I mean, it's cool. I like it, but surprising. I'm excited to hear Doom's verse. This is great. This is a great song. You know, I have always kind of wondered, like, it's this mix between, I don't know, trying to get street cred, I guess, and then, I don't know, maybe just trying to sound like a badass or telling an interesting story. But yeah, every now and then it's like, y'all are just saying this shit on your record? I mean, and haven't people been like more or less busted and convicted? And it's like, yeah, you just said all this shit on your album. Anyway, let's keep going.
Former, keep it up and get tested. Pop through your bubble vest or double-breasted. He keep a lab down south in the Little Beast. So much heat you would've thought it was the Middle East. A little grease always keeps the wheels a spinning, like sitting on 23s to get the squealers grinning. Hitting on many trees, feel real linen. Spitting on enemies, get the steel for 10 men with no brains but gum flap. He said his gun clapped, then he fled after one slap. Son, shut your trap, save it for the bitches. Delicious rap snitch conditions.
You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. Crazy, man. I'm just analyzing this whole game. This is bugged out, man. Niggas snitching, telling on their own self.
It's a horror.
Fuck around, don't get everybody bag, man.
Trust
Fuck around and get your mama bag, man. Your grandma used to be bootlegging.
I want to go through Doom's verse because I love Doom and everything about it. There's rules to this shit. Fools dare care. Everybody want to rule the world. Tears for fear. Good reference there. Tell them on the mountain hill. Running up their mouth bill. Everybody doubting still. Informer, keep it up and get tested. Pop through your bubble vest or double breasted. Informer, keep it up and get tested. So the rat, right? Keep it up and I'm going to fucking shoot you in the chest. He keep a lab down south in a little beast. So much heat you would have thought it was the Middle East. That's cool. A little grease always keeps the wheels a spinning, like sitting on 23s to get the squealers grinning. That's got to be a reference to paying off somebody to tell them to rat, right? A little grease always keeps the wheels spinning, right? Give them a little bit of money, they keep telling you. Give them a little money, you keep telling you. Like sitting on 23s to get the squealers grinning. So you've got a lot of money. And we know you've been doing something illegal to get all that money. You've got these rims, you got this fancy shit. So we know you're the target. We know you're doing something. And the squealers who get paid to rat you out, they're grinning when they see you rolling up. It's like, oh, here's another one. Here's another one I can rat out by, you know, feeding some information, getting some money for it. Hitting on many trees. Let's read the annotation. Let's see what other people say here. Okay, so there's one contributor. Who is it? Matthew. Okay. I've come up with two interpretations. They're both based on the phrase squeaky wheel gets the grease. This is long. I'm not going to read it. I'm going to stick with what I said. I like what I said. Sorry, Matthew. Hitting on many trees, feel real linen. Spitting on enemies, get the steel for 10 men. Where no brains but gum flap. He said his gun clapped, then he fled after one slap. So somebody's running his mouth. He's stupid. He's running his mouth. He said his gun, you know, I'll fucking blow you away. He's mouthing off, you know, this, that, and the other shit. So then he gets slapped in the face and he runs off. Son, shut your trap. Save it for the bitches. Delicious. Rap, snitch, Guinnesses. Brilliant song. Brilliant song. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. Great lines. Fuck, man, this is so much fun. Track 14 is called Vomit Spit, produced by Metal Fingers. Here we go.
It's the beat. You hear it in his sleep sometimes. Blare it in your Jeep so your peoples can stare at them rhymes. Real rhymes, not your everyday hologram. Even when ribs was touching, never swallowed the ham. He'd rather eat a sandwich salad. It might need salt like your man's bland ballad. A lot of stuff happens that the news won't tell yous. Blues on L juice, snooze all hell loose. Rake it, take it like the good, the bad, the ugly.
God,
break
beat,
it rolling
man.
through your
Great
hood in the caddy buggy. Butter softy, leather flossy, fatty juggy. Always threw me off when she told me, Daddy, funk me. I'm like any who's seeds walking all out in the street without any shoes. Gift for the grind, criminal mind shifty. Swift with the 9 through a 5950. Well educated, he heard it when he meditated in deep data. Let her hate the creep plater. Dedicated cheap skater who keeps data. Say he stays self-medicated to sleep later. Side effects are similar to sugar pill. Whoever go next on the mic, he put a booger ill. And made his exit on some calm shit. Begged him on the regular for kegs of more vomit spit.
I was wondering how Vomit Spit was going to play into that. That's brilliant. I love this beat. Let's get into lyrics. Vomit Spit. I was really wondering how the hell is that going to play into anything in terms of the song, but alright. It's the beat. You hear it in his sleep sometimes. Blare it in your Jeep so your peoples can stare at them rhymes. Love it. Love it. Real rhymes, not your everyday hologram. Even when ribs was touching, never swallowed the ham. Even when ribs was touching, never swallowed the ham. Pork is seen as unclean in many cultures. Even if he were starving, he wouldn't eat ham. Okay. Ribs touching is a description of someone severely starving and losing weight to the point that the ribs are actually touching each other. Okay. Okay. Doom was possibly a Muslim, as KMD were known for this. Muslims are not allowed to eat pork. That's an interesting... Okay, I like that. And you can take that even further with this whole concept that exists within this album in terms of good food, good rap, versus bad food, bad rap. So even if he was starving in terms of trying to find new music to listen to, he would not listen to the shit rap that he's referring to, right? I think that's probably fair to say. Shocking that I would find something I say fair to say. He'd rather eat a sandwich salad. It might need salt like your man's bland ballad. Oh my God, dude. So I think really that's what he's saying there. A lot of stuff happens that the news won't tell you. Blues on L Juice snooze, all hell loose, rake it, take it like the good, the bad, the ugly, which is a movie. But what's this blues on L Juice? Old school hip hop is dead. Snooze. Rap has been taken over by the wave of ignorance. Okay. Okay. Break it, rolling through your hood in the caddy buggy. Butter softly, leather flossy, fatty juggy. Always threw me off when she told me, Daddy, funk me. I loved this part. And I'm like, anywho's, I love the way he delivered that. Seeds walking all out in the street without any shoes. I guess it's better than some funky socks. You need to get her some skips before she catch the monkey pox. Okay? And since you want to hear the beatbox, take pills and make fake krills as sheet rock. What the fuck does that mean? This girl is into hard drugs, pills. Krills refers to crack cocaine, and the girl makes fake crack rocks from drywall. Okay. Sing it, bring it back to your laboratory while he's in his oratory, glorious like a horror story. Nice. The mask is like Jason. They told the place not to let the basket type case in. He could be some kind of wacko waiting for the chance to heat the pipes like a crack hoe. He busted in. Blessed be the Lord who believe any mess they read up on a message board. If so, I got bridges for the low. I'm not going to click this, but, well, I will, but I want to say first. Blessed be the Lord who believe any mess they read up on the message board. So anybody who reads anything on the internet and believes it, because if you believe that, I've got a bridge to sell you, right? That's always the say. Yeah, I have a bridge to sell you. Yeah, okay. Gullible person. Yeah. Same bitch would go dry snitching to the popo. Dry snitching. So not a squeaky wheel getting the grease type of thing where they're getting paid for it. No, dry snitching. Just runs to the police and tells them, right? Here, orange peel stogs for the whole tier. Feel like I've been gone over a year. Came home to old gear. It was a shit when I first scooped it. At least I got to sit out in New York and curse stupid. So I think, again, I'm learning about Doom. It sounds like he's a fan of old school New York style hip hop. He likes to be there. He likes to curse all the other hip hop that exists. Plead the fifth, sip wine stiffly, patiently come up and be spiffy in a jiffy. Gift for the grind, criminal mind shifty, swift with the 9 through a 5950. What's that mean? 5950. This line subject won't hesitate to shoot a 9mm bullet through a new era 5950 fitted cap. Okay. Okay. All right. Well educated. I love that. Because I think that's Homer Simpson. Well educated. He heard it when he meditated. And deep theta, let her hate the creep later. Good shit. Good shit. And then this, I can't do the song injustice by not closing out here. Whoever go next on the mic, he put a booger ill. He made his exit on some calm shit. Begged him on the regular for kegs of more vomit spit. Brilliant. Just brilliant. All right, moving to the last track. How much time? Oh, we're 2 hours in. Okay, cool. Last track is called Cookies, produced by Metal Fingers. Here we go. Track 15.
It's horrible, one little evening alone home, end up with carpal tunnel syndrome. And here I am, known for giving heavy backaches, grown and living off a little Debbie snack cakes. Supposed to be checking emails, all I got is messages from ass-naked females. I don't know her, Jenny, she said it's free and I won't owe her a penny. And that's the last time I saw her, but thousands of more horrors on online Gomorrah. Inside them, they got them with their curls out, and they got a better sales pitch than the Girl Scouts. I wonder what I owe her for a whole box of caramel coconut Samoa. I need an L, it's hard to drink without it, and can use some cookies, but try not to think about it. Watch a bet on jazz for knowledge on file. Every other commercial, college hoes going wild. Soft batch, I prefer the other bunch, like we got for lunch. Chocolate fudge butter crunch.
Cool. Very cool.
You don't mess with the Ritz.
So he's doing the metaphor of cookies for women, right? There's some great fucking lines in here. One lonely evening alone. It's horrible. End up with carpal tunnel syndrome, and here I am known for giving heavy backaches, right? Because that's from a previous track. I can't remember which one, but yeah, bending the girls' backs. Grown and living off of Little Debbie snack cakes. Supposed to be checking emails, and all I got is messages from ass-naked females. I don't know a Jenny. She said it's free. I won't owe her a penny. That's the last time I saw her. But thousands of more horrors online. Gorm and some other. Oh, jeez. I'm just butchering this. They got him with the curls out. But basically, he's just saying online is Sodom and Gomorrah. There's just fucking horrors everywhere. And they've got a better sales pitch than the Girl Scouts. Love that. That's a great line right there. I wonder what I owe her for a whole box of caramel coconut Samora. Night-night. Okay, honey. Sweet dreams. Now it's time to get serious, like peak Frenz. I don't know what that is. What's peak Frenz? Advertisement campaigns conducted in the 80s, marketing themselves as serious cookies. Oh, okay. Okay. A metal handful, wipe it on the quilt. Jesus. Now I understand what he's saying. Wife wake up and I'm killed over spilled milk. So he's fucking blowing his load in his hand and just wiping it off. Oh my God. Oh my God. And his wife's pissed off. And, you know, over spilt milk. Like, it's already done. Locked in, looking at your picture, fully clothed winter, and I'm right there with you. Thinking about the last time I split your wishbone. Nice line right there. A man can only wish you do the same till he get home. Fat chance, at least he gets snacks. That'll have to do till a brother get back. Until then, smack one-eyed Jack, great line, and hope one of his peoples can hook him with a tri-pack. I don't know what that. That's 3 different flavors: chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, wafer. Okay, so he wants to get, you know, he's gonna jerk off until he can hook up with some girls. Acting all hard, about to get beat up. I'll show him what time it is once I get this sheet up. Oh, no, he's still... Is he going to jerk off to 3 girls? This is fucking hilarious. This is hilarious. So, acted all hard, about to get beat up, right? That's one-eyed Jack that's about to get beat up. Show him what time it is. Once I get this sheet up, so he's got to cover himself up. This is hilarious. This is fucking hilarious. As soon as he fell off the beat down, okay? So he's down. All I hear is 13th cell, put the sheet down. I didn't really understand this, but reading it now, I'm getting it. Damn, Sia, what the hell? What the hell do she know? What's CO? Corrections officer, okay. Beside the fact she want to get dug out on the D-Lo. A workaholic with a fountain and the ink pen. Out in the mountains and I stopped drinking again. In the wee hours, he's gotten farther, needing 3 showers, being hot and bothered. The whiz with her legs bent. Pregnant, God bless the day, she wondered where her egg went. I need an L, which is a joint, right? It's hard to drink without it. It could use some cookies, but try not to think about it. Watching BET on Jazz for knowledge on file. So he's watching BET on Jazz for knowledge on file. For the spank bank, right? He wants to like remember these things so he can jerk off to it later. Every other commercial host gone, or college goes gone wild. Soft batch. I prefer the other bunch. Like we got for lunch, chocolate fudge, butter crunch. This is fucking hilarious.
Bits, wheat thin, saltines or Triscuits, Mozzos or Cheez-Its. Catch sugar fits every time that he sees Chips Ahoy, double chocolate chunk, something with the bubble and the junk in the trunk. Even the Oreos, no matter what weather, always kept them dipped in milk and stuck together. In the game, he's shameless. Dude. Even uses a code name, Famous Amos. It's cheaper than a short stay at the Days Inn and good like 25-cent oatmeal raisin. Give a hand to who invented the camera. Skip past the gram, animal, and grammars. Shh, make sure she don't wake from a dream chill or get caught with a handful of cream fill.
Oh, honey, what are you doing? That's
That might seem ill.
Ew, go wash your hands. Ew.
Cookies.
Oh my god, man.
Hey, you know something, gang? That doom ain't really all bad.
What do you mean, Dan?
Well, on account of him, I had me a real good time, you know? I mean, between you and me, I kind of like being black.
Nevertheless, let's get out of here while we can.
Oh, man. What a fucking fantastic album. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know, people were leaving messages, comments saying, oh, I can't wait for you to do food. I think it's better than Mad Villainy. And every time I read that, like, what? What? How can it be better than Mad Villainy? I'm not gonna say if I feel this is better than Mad Villainy or not. I first listen. But holy shit. It's brilliant. I mean, it's entertaining. It's just fucking funny, right? Like Cookies is a great way. I was wondering how he's going to close it because it kind of felt like midway, even with Rap Snitch Guinnesses and Guinnesses and stuff. I still can't say that. Guinnesses. Well, okay, let's not get stuck on that again. You know, it kind of took like a serious turn in a sense. Like there's some stuff woven into this album where if you're not really paying attention to it, you wouldn't notice it. But when you do, it's like, oh shit, you know. And it kind of helped me realize and understand MF Doom a little better. You know, the first thing I think of is, well, he's just a fucking old head, isn't he? But great beats, great lyrics, great flow, entertaining, serious, good message, well written. I mean, this is fucking fantastic. Really, really, really good. Deep Fried Frenz, man. Amazing song. And then even that 3-track run, the Poo-Putt Platter, Fillet-O-Rapper, and Gumbo. Huge. So much being said without saying anything. Great. Goddamn. That was amazing. That was really, 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 really good. Really good. Really good. It was kind of a rough start for the reaction, you know, because listening to Mad Villainy, and I was trying to put myself into a silly mindset, but I have a hard time doing that. I do love just getting into stuff. And so I feel like maybe I kind of was overkill at certain times, but I do feel like I settled in a little bit too. Once we got to like deep fried Frenz, one beer, deep fried Frenz, I was able to, I don't know, just settle into the feel of the album. It always takes a couple tracks for some reason, whatever it is. That's what it always does. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Fuck, that was great. That was great. I really like that. Let's do more Doom. Okay, so for the rest of the year, it's just Doom albums. No other artists, just Doom. He's got like 20 of them, right? That'll take the rest of the year. Let's do it. No, I'm kidding. I just want to listen to it again. I don't really have anything else to say in terms of closing thought. I just want to listen to it again. You know, I really want to let it flow. That's one hard thing too when I stop and talk for a while and this and that. I don't have that experience of just hearing it go, because that's an important part too. And I could tell there was a lot of tracks with the way the samples were laid out. It just drops right into the next one. And so I know I killed a lot of those transitions. I'm sorry. I hope you guys appreciated that I let the verses go. Some of those tracks, I just let them play because the whole song was just one verse. It's like, well, I don't want to... I do not like interrupting verses. I'll hop in between a verse and a chorus or a bridge and a chorus or whatever. But in the middle of the verse, I really don't like stopping the track to talk. Good shit. Really good shit. Loved it. That's a fantastic album. All right, y'all. Have a great Friday.